allergies. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so morning. How's everybody doing?
Welcome to the Power Suite. I'm one of your hosts, Kendra Hayward, and
LaShayna Wilder.
And we're here to talk about all things Urban Masterclass Network. It's Thursday, so I am so glad that you guys are tuning in.
Yep.
If you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, give us a thumbs up.
There you go. Okay, so today, we'll be diving into some things that we were thinking about. Representation. And why does it matter in leadership? And why does it matter in business? What's your take? What does it mean for you? Well, first off, before we get into it, how's your day?
Oh, I have my coffee.
Okay. Sponsored by
Starbucks.
No.
And it's not Starbucks.
It's not.
I'm lying.
Okay.
But
it's don't talk to me before 10 a.m. That's what this is brought to you by. Don't talk to me.
Right. Last week it was if you know, you know.
Yeah.
This week is don't talk to me before 10 o'clock.
There you go. All right. So otherwise, all is well. So
we're gonna have to do that every episode.
What?
I like that. Today's episode is so we get a real sponsor, right? It'll have to be today. It's brought to you by if you got a yellow shirt, wear it. Like that kind of thing.
That's what we gotta do.
So y'all sponsor us. Y'all share the word. We need some sponsors. No.
Anyway. We don't need new ones. We just need more.
More. Absolutely.
No. We don't need more.
No.
Because we're hurt.
We're not hurt. No. We're not hurt. But we thank God for it. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, how's it going?
Today's date?
Don't talk to me before 10 o'clock.
Don't talk to me before 10 o'clock.
There you go.
And today it's going pretty good. You know, we were able to get a few things done this morning.
Yeah,
it was an office day for us. And for those of you who don't know, we do a lot of behind the scenes work before y'all see us on camera.
Absolutely.
And a lot of discussion, a lot of debate.
And a lot of time when we don't sleep. Especially on weeks we got events.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
And just quick housekeeping.
Okay.
We have an event coming up,
Absolutely.
July 20th.
Be there.
Baxter Patrick Library.
We've been working really hard
Yes.
to bring you guys some amazing information, content, the speakers. I'm excited about. I was just thinking about all of their wealth of knowledge, and that kind of what was the prompt for the discussion about representation.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when we look at the panelists and we think about all of their different expertise and their gifts in the areas that they're gifted in,
Mm-hmm.
I just look at us and say how much I love us as a people. I mean, we just have so much talent, but the thing is getting out, sharing the information, and each one of these people, we called, told them what we were doing, no question, let me check my schedule, and that was it.
Man.
It wasn't begging nobody. I mean, these people are very eager to invest in the community, continue to invest in the community,
Yes.
and that's the type of network that we have developed.
Yes.
Just people who just want to give back, but educate, but also are masters in their crafts, but can share their talents, in areas that we may not know, but willing to teach.
Mm-hmm. And you're so right about that. I think that it's important that we find people who want to be impactful, right? Who really desire to see change, positive change, to grow together. And it's a blessing to really have these people.
We don't do it enough.
Yeah, I think we should be more conscious,
absolutely,
of how we show up for one another in ourselves and community.
And the thing that I'm grateful for about each one of them, it was just that they think that way.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to show up for our community, and they were just on board. Just let me know what I need to do, where I need to be, what time.
Yes.
So we're letting y'all know what y'all need to do, where to be, and what time.
Yes.
On July 20th, you need to be at the Baxter Patrick Library on James Island from 1 to 4. Register for your seat is free. I mean, literally putting it in your lap and giving it to you. Tools, tips, strategies that are going to last for a lifetime that you can just build on. Actionable steps. When you leave this forum, the Urban Money Matters Forum, you will have a plan in place to be able to continue to grow, make your
Teach
money
others,
grow, teach others, make sure your kids are set up, all of it in that forum. So there's no excuses, there's no cost to you. You just gotta get there.
We're gonna give you a little snack.
Yeah, I mean we'll feed y'all.
Okay,
Y'all don't
but,
think
you know,
y'all ain't coming in there. We ain't gonna make y'all leave
We
hungry.
understand how Charleston works.
That's it.
Yes.
We gonna make. I
We
mean,
understand.
you ain't gonna sit here and get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And dinner.
But y'all gonna be all right.
You
We're
get a
definitely
snack.
gonna take care of you. Yes,
The snack.
we'll give you more than a snack.
You got a drink too.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, what is representation, and why is it important? For you?
Representation is just seeing yourself at the table.
Absolutely.
Seeing yourself in decisions, seeing yourself how it's going to affect your family, all of those things without you having to physically be there. Because you know that the people in the room are considering you.
Right.
That's what I feel it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what personal experiences have you had to where representation either propelled you forward or inspired you in some kind of way?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is really us taking a leap of faith and starting Urban Masterclass Network.
Okay.
I think that just with working since being out of college and thinking about all the job opportunities I had and how maybe some decisions were made without because I wasn't like president, CEO,
Right.
But maybe decisions that were made that really weren't really beneficial for me.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of hurt me,
Mm-hmm.
hindered me financially, may have hindered me in ways where I wasn't able to grow within my career. So I think that by starting Urban Masterclass, we have created a new table and that's specifically targeting the James Island community, right? We want to help all, and I think I've shared before, sometimes James Island, and this is my personal opinion, does not mean that this is...
I think Sea Islands in general.
Sea Islands, yeah, kind of like left or maybe forgotten about just a little bit. Or maybe an afterthought. I'll say that, an afterthought.
We'll take care of the North Charleston.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic now.
Absolutely.
Listen, a lot of our connections are in North Charleston.
Yeah.
But they're bigger cities. So people think, when they think Charleston, they think downtown, North Charleston. That's
maybe Mount Pleasant, Somerville.
Maybe.
Latson. Somerville and Latson have made it come up. Because remember, they used to be kind of like... Somerville.
That's like
everybody's in some right.
Yeah. Like who going all the way up
right.
There? But no one really thinks about like the Ravenels, the Johns Islands, the James Island, the Hollywoods.
Yeah.
But the talent is there. I mean, we have met so many people who have amazing, upbringings in those areas that have amazing impacts and have been, very influential in the community. So, just being here in this city, the historical connection, but the grassroots connections that we've had years ago that is still present, but the level of elevation that those experiences have brought to where we are now, I'm excited. So, representing the Sea Islands and through Charleston, all of that. That's what we're here to do, and just continue to help our, community grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I got a little confession.
Okay.
When it comes to Black leadership or just leadership in general, I know personally I've struggled in a lot of areas of my life, to be honest, with being fearful of taking the next step. Like when I got to a place where I said, okay, I'm gonna pursue my doctorate, right? It took me about 8 years to say I'm gonna do it. Only because, not not because I didn't think I could. It was more about understanding the responsibility that came with it. What I mean by that is, now that you elevated yourself to this place, like, can I handle all of what comes with it? And just personally, I think growing and the seeing representation is critical as far as allowing us to get over that hump, or many people over that hump of saying, well, can I really do this? Like, do I belong here? Or is this something that I could handle? Even though you have those, gifts within you, right? And you know the things that you know and the things that you love. But I think a part of one of the things that could potentially hinder us is that barrier that we put in front of us because we don't see enough representation. Many times I walk in the room and I'm the only, brown skin face in the room.
Yeah.
Let alone woman, and then you're like, oh. As soon as you go in the back of your head, this, am I enough? Do I deserve to be at this table?
Mm-hmm.
Are thoughts that you have to kind of fight through to be able to take that seat at the table. But I also think that experiences in life kind of, push us there. So I think it's mandatory. I'm at a place where I think it's mandatory that we all, as a community, elevate ourselves to a point to where we can be that representation for the people that's behind us. So have you ever felt like that? Like, have you ever felt like, ooh, can I do this job? Or even applying for a job or starting a business, or, ooh, can I do this? Like, have you ever questioned that because you hadn't seen a lot of representation in that area?
Yes. Sometimes so in the past, in living in other cities, sometimes I felt that if I were a part of a community, business, a business community rather, there'd be just a select few people that look like me. And it was almost like they once there are the chosen ones, right? Once you become the chosen person, the chosen face for our community or for minorities, there was not much room for anyone additional. Or if you were introduced, for example, there was a time, I don't want to hurt, I'm just saying. So anyway, there was a moment in time where I was introduced to a young lady who was a phenomenal leader. Okay, she's it. You hear me? And she was deemed like, this is the person we want to represent Black people in the business world. Right. And she was it for everyone. She had a couple of friends that also were, pretty sprinkled around. They were smart too. Now, spot on. But anybody knew
you had to prove yourself.
I had to prove myself, and not only prove myself, but I needed to be introduced to who was already there and who was already deemed chosen. This is her. This is the person. You need to be like this person.
And if she like you,
then you're good.
Yeah.
If she doesn't like you, then you're not it. And it had nothing to do with my ability, nothing to do with my experience, nothing. It just needed to be, you need to fit in. And once you do fit in, then still understand there's a hierarchy here. And you're down here. She is it. There's no other. So I found that was kind of intimidating. Because then at that point you are trying to it was almost like competition.
Yeah, and I'm not good in that space.
Don't put me up in competition.
I'm not good in that space.
I don't even do what she does.
Yeah, I'm not good in that space.
we're we're in two different areas of
Yeah.
business, but because she had,
Right.
and she was
Great at
definitely
her job. Right.
absolutely very great at her
Right.
job, and she's very impactful to this day. I still follow her and
Mhm.
everything, but she was it,
Right. And
there was no room for anybody else.
Yeah.
And it was because they didn't want to share that platform with anybody else minority,
Right.
any other minority.
And then that's when people move to create their own seat, right?
Right.
But then you feel like you fighting against this established table
Mm-hmm.
to be able to have a voice, right?
Yes.
So yet again, this, am I enough? Can I do this?
Mhm.
I don't want, and it just, it's a problem.
It is.
It's a problem. But the great thing about the panelists that we have chosen, I didn't get that vibe from any of them. That as far as like I am this, and
Not from our panelists.
yeah, and,
Yeah, no.
I think leadership and being approachable, but being relatable is something that is key that a leader should have. Now, be on your game, know your job, do what you're supposed to do, and have an expectation for your team, right? But to be in a place of I am king is a problem for me.
We can't do it.
I can't.
I have no room for it.
I can't.
Because we're all learning.
Right.
Nobody knows everything.
That's true.
And every empire has a team.
Yes.
And the team has to be well efficient. They have to be well versed, and it's important that they work together.
Right.
So there is no big eyes and little U's.
But then it comes down to a personal growth issue, right? Are you emotionally intelligent enough to say it's enough for everybody out here? Like, you cannot take my talent from me. You can't take what I know from me, right?
From
and
me,
I
sorry.
can't take what you know from you.
Yeah.
But if we put what we know and together, then we build something great,
Yes.
right? And I think that was also part of the birth of this business. But I wish more people operated in that space.
Mm-hmm.
But it could, like I said, it could come down to a personal growth issue, or, was it last night? You and I was talking about when we were talking about success as a trauma response. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
And that kind of makes me think about that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
to where people use their hierarchy to
What they succeed at,
themselves,
what they
right.
can win, what awards they can achieve,
Right.
How far up they go up the corporate ladder.
Right.
Those are things that people use to say,
I'm valid.
I'm valid.
Right. I'm enough. When you still don't feel like you are enough. And you still in this cycle. It's just horrible, that mentality. But yes, seeing, and then it's funny because when you walk in a room, right, you see somebody that look like you, give them a little head
You get a little head nod.
like, I see you, sis. I see you,
Good to
sis.
see you, girl. All right.
It's such a good,
Yeah.
space. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so and so is there. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
you got to greet afterwards
Right.
and stuff like that, or before,
Right.
depending
Right.
on the time.
And that brings me to one last thought. When you are that one, right? When you are that chosen one to be the representation of all that come behind you, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Like, I look at leaders like Obama or Michelle Obama, right? Just them, that just popped into my head. And you'll see videos of Obama dapping folks up, the little greeting in
Right.
the room, right?
Right.
It's like, yeah, homie. I see you. Or the expectations that they put on Michelle when she speaks, right? But then you have all of this negativity that comes along with it from people who don't even know you.
Yeah. The judgment and all that stuff. Yeah.
As a leader, how do you handle that? I'm talking about
When you are that person.
when you are the leader, right? the CEO of a company or a president of a company or some kind of executive board member of a company, that you are making the decisions, etc. But and people look to you as the representation. How do you handle moving in a space where you know you're gonna have the expectation, but all of the negativity around you?
I would say it's important to just remember what the goal is. You know, make the thing the thing.
Right.
That's gonna be my theme for the rest of the month. I've been saying that a lot. But make the thing the thing.
Like, what does that mean?
So that means if the goal is to bring people together,
Mhm.
then you bring people together.
Mhm.
If it's to do it, and then you want to know, like, how do you want to bring people together?
Mhm.
In a peaceful manner,
Right.
or are we having a brawl? Like, what
Right.
are we doing? So if you choose to do it in a peaceful way, then you have to strategically approach it in that manner and say,
Mhm.
hey, express what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting the outcome to be. You have to have action plan.
Mhm.
And tell everyone, this is what we're expecting.
Mhm.
This is why we're doing it. And I think once people understand that, it's okay. But you have to remember that that's the main focus. The main focus is make the thing the thing. So whatever needs to happen, whatever is the goal, that's what we focus on.
Gotcha.
The other negative stuff that you hear
She
around you,
thinks she all that.
every time
Who
I
she
look,
think
she's
she
doing a
is?
video, like, you know. And we haven't heard anything like that.
No.
And I thank God for it.
No.
But it could come later
It
on,
could.
you know, or
And that's cool.
and that's fine. Listen,
And it'll come from people who don't even know us.
who don't know us,
Right.
Right,
And who, which is fine.
right.
And if you sitting focusing, then you watching and you listening, and you probably on that Spotify. Subscribe. So go ahead. I want you to just go ahead.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
subscribe.
do that.
But you know,
Watch.
there negative thoughts people have on. Oh,
Right.
she wore a yellow shirt. Why she wear a yellow shirt? And I
Right.
keep using this yellow shirt because I like
Poor
my shirt. Why she wearing a yellow shirt? She's yellow. Like, you know, people say mean
stuff like
things.
that.
You know, like it has nothing to
No.
do with what we're talking about.
I don't even pay attention to stuff like that no more.
I don't.
I used to.
But it happens.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people just nitpick at little things,
Sure.
you know.
Sure.
And so, if that were to occur, as a leader, you have to say, well, it's you kind of welcome it because sometimes it helps you get tough skin.
It depends on your circle. If you don't have a support, or if you don't have people who are behind you that are in that space that aren't trying to take anything from you, that truly are just trying to see you elevate, it would all depend on how you can mentally fight through that on the circle, the
Right.
people that you have around
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And folks say, you know, sometimes when you have folks that may see things from a different angle or don't really agree with what you're saying, that's actually a good thing,
Right.
because it causes growth
We fuss all the time,
all day.
every day. We just been fussing a few minutes ago.
Right before we came on.
Absolutely.
You would never know. You would never know.
All the time. It's just like,
It's how we communicate.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
it's
not
not
like
toxic.
real fussing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not
It's not like
toxic.
it's more like, oh, she gonna-
oh,
like
Kendra,
breathing.
I'm not gonna do this. Like, oh, I'm just sending an email. Like,
Right. Right. But I know you, right?
right.
So, and you know, like, it's so funny because we are so different in the way we think and process stuff. But we are alike in a lot more ways.
Yes,
Kendra, you are very strategic,
I'm not.
action plan. You not? Okay, Lord. Yeah. Very, in a meticulous order. I'm gonna, okay, let me go this way. Let me go 526 to 26. I might go, 61 to 526. I might go all around to get to the
You
point.
going to Eddie still to get to
Right.
Mount Pleasant.
Hey, but it works, but you get the same result though, right? I'm
Right.
gonna get like the full visualization. I need to picture this. I say this to her all the time. I gotta visualize this. I need to picture this. I need to like see this happening.
But you know the one thing. Okay, can I just?
You can,
I
you
just
can.
go, just for a second? y'all?
Absolutely.
The one thing that Shayna does that
You
makes
can.
no sense to me. Right?
Okay.
I love her. I love
Okay,
her
go
so
ahead.
much.
What
So I'll say something. I'm like, we should do blah 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 blah.
Oh.
Or what do you think about da 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 da? And she'll be like, you know what? I think we should do blah 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 blah. Or okay, let me just give you the words. We should say, I'll say, let's get red shoes and put them in order from smallest to largest.
Okay.
And Lashana will come back and be like, you know what? I think we should get red shoes and put them from smallest to largest.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Like, girl, I just said that.
No, that is not what happened.
Yes, it is.
No, what you will
Okay,
do.
she might not say smallest to largest.
No.
She'll say from tiniest
No.
to the biggest
That's
thing
not-
you can think of.
That's not true. Let me tell you what happens. What happens is you will use words that sort of mean the same thing that I'm saying. But I just have to say out loud what it is. And I just say that. But if you give me a thought, right? If you say something and I'm okay with the idea, I start processing that idea. And after that, I may hear what you're saying and I may not hear what you're
She
saying.
don't hear.
But I'll come to the same conclusion. That's what I was just saying.
You're not
See,
actively
y'all?
listening.
But y'all, we just said that. I just said that. You are very meticulous and orderly. You give me a thought, I'm taking it, and then I'm gonna process it and come back to the middle and say the same thing. And then by the time I say it out loud, you'll say, I just said that, but I'm listening to you.
Y'all saw her stick her tongue out just now. My head like that's gonna be our cover for our video because this is me every day.
That is what it is. However, comma.
But that's the importance of having
Right.
representation, right?
Absolutely.
That's actually the reason why you should have somebody that thinks like you in the room.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
they may say it differently. The thought process may be different, but the conclusion, what they
It's the
come to,
same
is the
thing.
same thing.
And but we always come to the same conclusion. Always. Always we do. But we've been doing this for hold up, 20, 40 years? How long we been doing this? Okay, sorry.
It's been a long time.
Long time. So I mean if you ain't figuring that
40
out.
years. Stop it.
No, seriously, probably like 38. How long?
Oh,
Yeah, but at least.
anyway.
But I'm saying, if you
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
figured that
yeah.
out yet, I mean, come on, bro.
It's just what it is.
It is. It's just that. Okay. So,
There it is.
don't be afraid. That's okay. Action steps. Kendra's gonna give you action steps. She's gonna give you action steps from our conversation today. Go ahead, number 1. Points.
Get your coffee to start your day.
Sponsored
And,
by.
but I'm sponsored by
Don't talk to me.
Don't
before
Talk to
10
Me
o'clock.
Before 10 o'clock.
Okay, go.
But honestly, I think that's a good thing too, to have a routine.
Okay.
Maybe something that's just, maybe not everything structured like that, because everybody does not function in a routine.
I can't.
But
Sometimes.
have that one thing
Mhm.
that makes it okay, right? For me, it's coffee, it's Coca-Cola, Twizzlers, Dots. Anytime.
Girl, I don't know how you eat this.
It makes me happy. It brings me to my center.
Okay, that's you.
It centers me.
That's you.
And it does help me sometimes, kind of like just because I can be very anxious, anal.
Okay.
Oh,
What else?
overzealous.
There you go.
Um,
Self-aware though.
I am very
I give you that.
self-aware.
Okay, go ahead.
I am very
That's
self-aware.
But that is essential for a leader. Self-awareness. I think.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because you have to know your strengths
Absolutely.
and stuff, and things that you're not that good at.
When to delegate.
Now I don't mind delegating a thing. I delegate everything. You,
Okay.
that's my grandmama in me.
I get it.
Must counts.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
You need to so and so so so. But to get back to the subject
There
matter,
you
I
go.
think our next steps, like I think you should have that one thing that you can really do daily that's going to help you center yourself, kind of get yourself together, so that you can be in a mindset to really carry out whatever important task that you have for the day.
Yep.
Surround yourself with a team. Somebody's going to hold you accountable.
Impactful team.
An impactful team, someone that does not think like you, because that's important to see things from different lenses, and it helps you really problem solve, because there are going to be things that other people think about that you don't think about. And in addition
That
to
is
that,
one thing that we do well, I think.
oh
Like, hey,
yeah,
look over this. See what you think.
right,
And then we're like, I don't like that. Okay, cool.
right,
You know, and be open, I think, is a key too.
yeah,
Being open, not to criticism, but just to a different perspective.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when it comes to like being in the room, surrounding yourself in a room that is something that you believe in,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
don't be in a room where you don't believe in nothing they're talking about and you feel like your voice is not heard. Because sometimes you can be in a room where you are the change, you help make the change.
Yeah. But I also want to be in the rooms where I don't know anything. And I want, or I want to be in a room with someone who's done it before.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who's better at it than I am.
Oh, man.
So that I can learn, from their tutelage. But I need you to be better than me. I need you to be better than me
Absolutely.
at a specific thing.
Yes.
So that I can get better in that area.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm excited about Saturday.
Absolutely.
Man, we got some heavy hitters, y'all.
I need them.
People
I
that
need
have
them.
been in
I'm
rooms
coming with my
I've
notebook.
never been in.
I'm coming with my notebook. You can play crazy if you want to.
Got a notebook, a pen. We're going to record it too, guys.
Yes.
Can't make it, but we want you to be in the room because there's nothing like being there.
Yes.
The way you absorb information where you're present is totally different
It
from
is
watching
different.
online.
It is
you know.
You know how those folks at church, I don't know what you come to do. But I know what I come to get out of
Yeah.
Saturday. Serious.
Yeah.
Because the information that's going to be shared is going to take you for the rest of your life. Like
Yes.
generations.
Yes.
It's going to be powerful.
And financially, you'll be able to make immediate changes.
Oh, yeah.
And Shane and I talk about this all the time, but there's no need to meet just to talk.
Oh, yes.
We have to have some sort of plan to execute as soon as we leave.
Mm-hmm.
While you're there, like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. So
Or I can do this now. I have
Right.
the tools to do it
got
now.
everything to do it now. I know where to start. You hear some people use cliche phrases that you're like, okay, so how do I do that? You'll
We gonna
have
show
the
you how.
answers for that. Yeah. So
Join us July 20th, this coming Saturday at 1 p.m. Baxter Patrick Library on James Island. Be there or be square. All right.
So y'all share this.
Yes.
Look out for more information. If you haven't registered already, go to urbanmasterclassnetwork.com.
It's free, y'all.
Register,
I
it's
mean,
free.
come on.
Please.
It's free. These people are giving you years of experience
Yeah.
for free.
And the room is filling up.
Come on.
Almost full to capacity. So
Okay.
we need y'all, like, don't miss your opportunity.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We keep seeing those registrations coming in, and we get excited. We got 3.
We got more.
We got
Yeah.
4. Oh, just
Every
six more
hour.
people.
Every
Like,
hour.
oh my gosh,
Mhm.
it's so exciting.
Yeah.
So
I hope everybody can make it because
Yes.
it's gonna be great. Reserve your seat. And it's important. Don't just. We want you to just show up, but don't just show up because we're trying to feed y'all. Like,
I'm trying.
it's free and you're gonna eat. Come on,
And you eating?
do better.
Come on, somebody.
Get your behind in the seat.
Get there.
All right.
Huh?
Yes,
Okay.
Lord. Love y'all.
Love. Peace out, y'all.
All right.